This disclaimer image establishes the channel's mission to help busy home cooks break down complicated recipes into simple visual step-by-step guides. The legal disclaimer ensures transparency about recipe sources and viewer responsibility. Triple garlic pasta with oven-dried tomatoes, olives, and breadcrumbs. A bold, flavor-packed pasta featuring garlic prepared 3 ways: slow roasted with tomatoes, toasted into crispy breadcrumbs, and gently infused into olive oil. Roma tomatoes are oven-dried at 300 degrees until sweet and concentrated, then tossed with spaghetti in a white wine and tomato paste sauce alongside briny black olives and fresh scallions. Finished with a generous shower of golden parsley-flecked garlic breadcrumbs for irresistible crunch. Vegan-friendly, deeply satisfying, and ready in about 1.5 hours. Here is the written ingredient list for triple garlic pasta with oven-dried tomatoes, olives, and breadcrumbs recipe guide. Alright, let's get everything ready before we start. This recipe uses garlic in 3 different ways, so don't be surprised when you see it pop up a few times in the list. For the main ingredients, grab about a pound of Roma tomatoes, those are the oval-shaped ones, and cut them in half lengthwise. You'll need a whole head of garlic, which we'll break down into cloves and prepare 3 different ways as we go. Pick up 4 sprigs of fresh thyme, that's the tiny leafed herb, 2 slices of any crusty bread you like, a day-old baguette works great, and a pound of spaghetti. You'll also need about 8 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil total, so make sure you have a good amount on hand, and of course kosher salt. For the sauce, it's simple: 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, a pinch of red pepper flakes depending on how much heat you enjoy, half a teaspoon of dried oregano, and half a cup of dry white wine. Any inexpensive dry white will do. If you drink it, you can cook with it. For assembly and garnish, you'll need a 1/4 cup of sliced black olives, 2 scallions sliced thin, 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh flat leaf parsley, and you'll reserve half a cup of the starchy pasta cooking water when you drain your spaghetti later. Don't forget that last one, it's the secret to a silky sauce. Before we turn on any heat, let's get organized. Cooking is so much smoother when everything is prepped and within arm's reach. First, preheat your oven to 300 degrees and make sure the rack is in the center position. This is a low and slow roast, so the oven needs time to come up to temperature. Next, take your Roma tomatoes and slice them in half from top to bottom. Lay them cut side up on a rimmed baking sheet that you've lined with foil. The foil makes cleanup a breeze. Now for the garlic, and this is the fun part. Peel all the cloves from your head of garlic. Thinly slice a few cloves, these will roast alongside the tomatoes. Mince a couple of cloves finely, these go into the breadcrumbs later. And take 2 cloves and just give them a good smash with the flat side of your knife, those will infuse the olive oil. Keep each batch separate so you know which is which. For the breadcrumbs, tear your 2 slices of crusty bread into chunks, toss them into a food processor with 1 tablespoon of olive oil and a pinch of salt, and pulse until you get fine crumbs, about 10 seconds, that's it. Finally, chop your parsley, slice your olives if they aren't pre-sliced, and thinly slice your scallions. Set everything in small bowls or piles on your cutting board so it's all ready to go when you need it. Here's where the magic happens. We've got a few things going on at once, but don't worry, the timing works out naturally. Start with the tomatoes. Scatter your sliced garlic and thyme sprigs over the cut tomatoes on the baking sheet. Season with salt and drizzle 3 tablespoons of olive oil over everything. Slide the tray into your preheated 300 degrees oven and let them roast for about 1 hour and 15 minutes, rotating the pan once or twice. You're looking for shriveled, concentrated tomatoes and golden garlic. When they're done, toss out the thyme sprigs. While the tomatoes roast, toast the breadcrumbs. Heat a large dry skillet over medium heat, add your processed breadcrumbs and stir them frequently until they turn pale golden and start to feel crispy, roughly 4 minutes. Then toss in the minced garlic and keep stirring for another couple of minutes until everything is deeply golden and crunchy. Transfer to a bowl, let it cool a bit, then fold in the chopped parsley. Set this aside, resist the urge to snack on it. Next, make the garlic oil. Wipe out that same skillet, add your remaining 4 tablespoons of olive oil and the 2 smashed garlic cloves. Set the heat to medium-low and let the garlic gently sizzle for about 12 minutes, flipping occasionally. You want it tender and pale golden, not burnt. Pull the cloves out, let them cool on a cutting board, mince them up finely, and stir them back into the fragrant oil. Build the sauce right in that skillet. Add the tomato paste, a pinch of red pepper flakes, and the dried oregano to the garlic oil. Stir with a whisk until it smells amazing, about 1 minute. Pour in the white wine, whisk it all together, and let it simmer for about 4 minutes until it reduces into a rich, saucy consistency. Take it off the heat and set it aside. Cook your pasta. Once the tomatoes are out of the oven, bring a big pot of well-salted water to a rolling boil and cook your spaghetti according to the package directions. Before you drain it, scoop out half a cup of that cloudy pasta water. It's liquid gold for your sauce. The grand finale, add the drained pasta directly into the skillet with the sauce. Toss in the oven-dried tomatoes and their roasted garlic, the sliced olives, the scallions, and that reserved pasta water. Crank the heat to high and toss everything together constantly until the sauce clings beautifully to every strand. Fold in half of your garlicky breadcrumbs, taste for salt, and transfer to a serving platter. Crown it with the remaining breadcrumbs and serve right away while everything is hot and crispy.